Planet Orange. Coming to you live here from Footprint Center. The Suns get the Game 5 series ending victory 136 to 130. And it was a game of up and down roller coaster type style game. The Suns did what they had to do. Uh, in 5 games, got an opportunity to get more continuity on the court together with the stars on the floor. Um, Still not where they need to be, that's for sure. We know that they're still not where they need to be, but they're getting better. If we can just get some more contribution from the bench, which we got a little bit more tonight, the next series would be one of those type of series where things will change and the matchups make the series. So we'll see how the matchups go in the next series with Denver, but tonight's game was one of those nights that you just did not want to go back to LA, and they were not going to have let that happen regardless. So, especially Devin Booker, he was not going to allow this team to lose this game. Although they almost Clippers kept was like that dog that just wouldn't die, or the Terminator that just wouldn't die. They wouldn't go away, and they kept fighting. So, but Devin Booker put the team on his back, outscored the Clippers in the third quarter by himself at one point. He's up 25 to 24 at one point in the third quarter, and just put the team on his back when they were looking lethargic and a little sluggish, keeping up the scoring as the Clippers start to knock down shots late. Again, we saw CP3 show again in the fourth quarter and come and kind of take over the scoring punch for Booker for a while, and then the KD jumped in there a little bit. But how they're going to do this going forward is going to be big for this team, because we're so reliant right now on all 4 of these guys playing heavy minutes and keeping up the scoring in a game when it's supposed to be your bench coming in to help keep the scoring going while those starters get a rest. We're gonna really want to see how that's going to play out in the next series. I'm going to make this a short show because I got to get out of here. Got things to do. Going to be down in Denver on Saturday to give you this post game show from Colorado from Game 1 of the next round, second round. But I just want to look at a couple of numbers here that stood out to me in this game tonight. The Clippers outscored us in points in the paint, 50 to 46. They also beat us in second chance points, 34 to 17. So where did the Suns get the advantage at to win this game? Fast break points, the Suns, 22 to 10. That was a big part of this game. And that came from the part when the Suns are going point book and Booker's pushing that pace, not waiting, not walking it up to the, half the shot clock's gone and then you're getting into your offense late. No, Booker's coming and going. He's just flying down the court off of rebounds and everything, pushing the pace. And so they got a lot of fast break points, and we don't normally see that much from teams in the NBA anymore. But they got 22 fast break points, and that was key to the game as well. We got a 20-point lead down there in the late in the. I think they put their foot on the brake a little too early and took off and got a big 20-point lead, and then they ran out of gas and let the Clippers back in the game on some big threes down the stretch. But they held on. They held them off. Um, Clippers didn't get the same Westbrook that they've gotten the last 2 games, of course. His shooting percentage today looked more like what we've been seeing over the course of, when he was a Laker and during, shooting woes, 3 of 18 from the field. But he had other guys. They had other guys on their team that was giving up. Batum finally shows up and starts to hit the threes that maybe that Westbrook were not making. So they always had guys to fill in the spots that they were missing. Being a team that deep, they just, with small ball and all those things that they did, they hung around. And you got to give Clippers a lot of credit. You got to give them a lot of credit for hanging in there, playing against a team that has, more talent and can pretty much take you out whenever they felt like doing it. But they put some pressure on the Suns down the stretch and made them kind of sweat a little bit. But they got the 136-130 win. That's all that matters. Is nobody's going to look back in the past, in the future, and say, the Suns barely beat the Clippers without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. It's not going to even matter. It's going to just be they got out of the first round. They beat the Clippers. So that's how we got to look at that as well. So brief look at game one in Denver against the Nuggets, who put their series away tonight. Series against the Timberwolves tonight. They put that series away. They won 112-109, 3-point win. So the Nuggets are ready to go, it looks like. And they are playing like a number one seed, but we also got to factor in this one thing. A lot of people are saying that they look like the team to beat, and maybe they are. But again, matchups make the series. Like my man Flex always says, styles make the fight. Matchups are going to make the series. And so just because you see them handle a Minnesota team the way they handle the Minnesota team doesn't mean they're going to handle any of the next team that they play, which is the Suns. They're not going to handle the Suns the same way because the Suns have a different personnel and a different style, different players, different everything. Matchups makes the whole series. So I think this is a matchup that still favors the Suns, in my opinion. Only difference is, of course, the last time we played this team in the playoffs, it was a 4-game sweep, and they didn't have Murray. Now we want to see how they play with Murray on the court with Jokic. That's going to be the key. But I think the Suns have the personnel to match up with those guys and slow them down. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the paint with DA and the Joker. Will DA come in there with too much respect for the Joker and not go at him? So those are key points that I'm looking at in this game. But I don't see Denver being that far ahead of us. This is going to be a pretty tight series as we go through the second round. So that's just a quick look at it. I know we're going to get game one on Saturday, and we'll get to see how the fill out game is Saturday. Of course, we're going to call it the fill out game one. But that would be the game that you want to steal if you want to get it, if you want to get the series. I would think that would be the game, the fill out game. Go ahead and take advantage of the fill out game and go ahead and win that one. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here because I got a lot of things going on. Casual Sports Radio Network will be doing live shows again coming up the end of this week before we head out to Denver for game one on Saturday. And we still got my man Mitch doing the Diamondbacks, covering the Diamondbacks, and Dan covering the Diamondbacks. So a lot of stuff going down. So Thursday morning, we will be live from the press conference for Brittany Griner and the Mercury, her first press conference as a member of the Mercury this year, coming up since her ordeal in Russia. So we'll get that going as well on Thursday morning. And then from there, we get ready to head off to go to Denver, Colorado to do the game one for the Suns. Earl Burnett, a.k.a. Kazual E, coming to you live from Footprint Center. We'll check you out. Till next time, Planet Orange. Y'all stay cool. Peace out.